My name is Kitty Lopez. Do you know when the animation was first created? According to Lifestyle Log article, History of Animation Online, it was first made in 1908, where Phantasmagoria was the first animated film that was made using traditional hand-drawn animation. So that's what caused the animation to become a popular artistic work worldwide for the entire century. Today I'm going to explain the facts about the kind of animation style I choose is the Rubber Hose cartoon animation style. Rubber Hose cartoon style was a unique, fun-looking animation style. It involves thin noodle-like limbs, black pie-shaped eyes, or simply round dotted eyes, simple geometric shapes like a sphere for a head, round hands with big sausage-shaped fingers, and the animation movements that do not need to be stiff. This animation helps us explore and learn ideas to achieve them in real life. It's time for us to learn about the Rubber Hose animation. The first point will be about the meaning of the Rubber Hose animation style. The second point is 3 techniques of this animation style. The final third point is the most famous cartoon character that evolved from the animation era. According to the Animatorium website article Spaghetti Limbs, Bouncy Movements, The Age of the Rubber Hose, on Thursday, June 6, 2003, Rubber Hose animation is the first pattern animation style to be adopted by Hollywood studios. It was still completely memorable today. In the information of this blog article I mentioned earlier in this first point, Rubber Hose animation refers to a bouncy, rubbery way that those cartoon characters were animated mainly in American cartoons during the 1920s to approximately the mid-1930s. Not only it was adopted for its energy, but also to avoid the issue of stiffness. These cartoons featured stars with noodly limbs, having little to no articulation. They had many sight gags and frequently used surreal plot lines. Those are the details I learned from this article, Spaghetti Limbs, Bouncy Movements, The Age of Rubber Hose, from the Animatorium website. There are 3 techniques of the Rubber Hose animation style I learned what Ventura Animation spoke about from Adbit Amity's online article, how they did it, creating a 1920s Rubber Hose animation style for Waddle's Dream from Cartoon Brew website, where it was published on July 9, 2019. Art direction. It involves following the rules of this animation era without thinking about the design trends that show up afterwards, or else there will be a modern result. If we do this 19th century art direction, it was best to avoid doing the modern 20th century art direction that was against the 19th animation era. Animation. Ventura Animation from this article explained that the way to achieve the Rubber Hose animation style is not just by hand drawing the characters in funny vintage proportions, but also in the way the animation arts are planned, and especially in doing that combination of quirky timing and excessive looping. Composition. What Ventura Animation informed about compositing is the key element, and said before inking and painting was done through a computer. Cartoon characters used to be physical sheets of celluloid over a background painted on a board, which means the characters projected a shadow on top of the background. The real look was fully done by purposely adding this detail on most shots. Mickey Mouse is the most famous character evolved from the animation era. According to the online article Happy Birthday Mickey Mouse, a look at the mouse that built an empire at biography.com on November 16, 2018. The article publisher Laurie Ulster said that Mickey Mouse was first created on November 18, 1928, and made his official debut in Steamboat Willie, which is a well-known Rubber Hose animated cartoon. According to page 24 of the online ProQuest ebook, Animation, Art, and Industry, written by Maureen Furness on 2009, is set in February 1930. Walt Disney agreed to a contract with the George Buffett Company for the international licensing, production, and distribution of Mickey Mouse merchandise. Mickey Mouse popularity in the years of the present convinced Disney that more revenue needed to be generated through character merchandising, and Hearn & Common was employed to consolidate and expand sales in-house through merchandise, tie-ins, seminar decorations, badges, posters, masks, and balloons. In the Information by Claire Sedate's Time Online article, A Brief History of Mickey Mouse on Tuesday, November 18, 2008, Disney claimed that Mickey had a 98% awareness rate among children between ages 3 to 11 worldwide. Mouse-related merchandise sales have declined from their 1997 high. However, they still make up about 40% of the company's consumer products revenue. Now we learned about 3 points about the history of the Rubber Hose animation and how it worked. The first point about the history of Rubber Hose animation. The second point about 3 animation techniques for the Rubber Hose animation. The final third point is the most famous Rubber Hose cartoon character that evolved from the animation era. They are significant because I believe this information will help you explore the Rubber Hose animation, which might inspire some of you. That's all the information I explained for about today. I would like to thank you for participating and listening to my speech. I hope you all have a good day. Stay safe and stay healthy. Goodbye, everyone. Have fun.